Welcome back to Northwest News. In this week's edition, we will look at coverage provided by the Missourian that includes an overview of presidential candidates and Missouri governor and senator candidates. Coverage provided by CNN over an investigation of 2 ballot boxes that were set on fire and more. You're watching Northwest News.
Thanks for tuning in to Northwest News, the show where we provide the latest coverage on the Northwest Missouri State University campus and in the Maryville community. I'm Wiley Ray.
And I'm Libby Ehlers. Before we get into this week's episode, be sure to hit that notification bell for the latest news coverage as well as other KNWT content.
This week's stories from the Missourian include an overview of presidential candidates as well as Missouri governor and senator candidates.
Former President Donald Trump announced he was once again running for president November 15, 2022. In a September 2024 interview, the Republican candidate said this will likely be his last time running for the position.
Vice President Kamala Harris is the Democratic candidate for the 2024 general election. She became the nominee August 6th after President Joe Biden announced his decision not to seek re-election July 21st.
The two candidates squared off at the presidential debate September 10th to share their views. They each had 2 minutes to answer questions, 2 minutes to make rebuttals, and an additional minute for follow-ups, clarifications, or responses.
The top issue for voters in 2024 is the economy. According to the Pew Research Center, the moderators, ABC News' David Murr and Lindsay Davis, posed the question, do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago, in reference to the economy?
Trump said his plans involve implementing tariffs on other countries, and then he referenced the tariffs placed on China during his presidency, which fueled the U.S.-China trade war. He said he was able to implement those without inflation.
Harris said she plans to extend a tax cut for middle-class families of $6,000, as well as offer a $50,000 tax deduction to start up small businesses. Harris said she loves small businesses and wants to do this because she knows they are the backbone of America's economy.
Another talking point in the debate was abortion, which ranks 8th on the top issues for voters and will appear on Missouri's ballot this year.
Trump said the Democrats' stance on abortion is radical and allows for abortion to occur within the 9th month of pregnancy, as well as after the baby is born. Davis said there are no states where the latter is legal. He also said when Roe v. Wade came about over 50 years ago, all parties wanted it sent back to the states.
Harris said the reason Roe v. Wade was overturned to the states was because Trump was able to hand-select 3 members of the Supreme Court with the intention they would undo it. She said the government, especially Trump, should not have control over reproductive decisions.
A third topic in the debate was immigration and border security, which ranks 6th among the top issues for voters in 2024. Murr said illegal border crossings reached a record high in the Biden administration, and that this past June, Biden imposed new asylum restrictions, refugee laws, that have caused those numbers to drop significantly.
Trump responded alleging Haitian immigrants were eating people's pets in Springfield, Ohio. Springfield police and officials say there are no credible reports of this happening.
Harris said she was in support of a border security bill from the U.S. Congress that would place 1,500 more agents on the border, claiming it would have also stemmed the flow of fentanyl coming into the country through it. She said many conservative members of the U.S. Senate supported the bill, but Trump got it killed.
Now on to another story from the Missourian. The Missouri Press Association hosted a candidate forum September 20th for those running for governor and senator in Springfield, Missouri.
Crystal Quaid is the Democratic candidate and one of 4 major candidates running for Missouri governor. Republican Mike Kehoe is running for Missouri governor.
Kehoe was sworn in as the lieutenant governor June 18, 2018. Under the Missouri Constitution, the lieutenant governor is president of the state senate.
The Libertarian candidate for governor in Missouri is Bill Slants. As a Libertarian, Slants said he believes in a limited government and allowing the people to make choices for themselves.
Paul Lehman ran for Missouri Secretary of State in 2020 and was unsuccessful. This election year, he is running for Missouri governor.
On to our last story provided by the Missourian. Unlike the candidate forums for Missouri governor, the debates for senator had more discourse, specifically between Democratic candidate Lucas Kunce and U.S. Senator Josh Hawley. Kunce is one of the 4 main candidates running for the position, hoping to take it away from Hawley.
U.S. Senator Josh Hawley is running for re-election as the Republican candidate in Missouri. Hawley has been in his seat since 2019.
For the Green Party, Nathan Klein is running for senator. Klein currently serves as the outreach officer for the Green Party of Kansas City, Missouri. The newly founded Better Party is being represented by candidate Jared Young in the upcoming elections for Missouri senator.
For more on these stories, check out nwmissourinews.com online or pick up a paper out of the paper boxes on campus.
Investigations are underway after 2 ballot boxes were set on fire in the final stretch to Election Day.
Both incidents happened early Monday morning on October 28th at ballot boxes located just 15 miles apart.
A ballot box in Portland, Oregon was set on fire after someone dropped an incendiary device inside the box. Election officials said 3 ballots were damaged.
A second ballot box was set on fire at a bus station in Vancouver, Washington. It happened in a district where one of the country's most competitive races is taking place.
Police said they found a suspicious device next to the burning ballot box. Hundreds of ballots were reportedly damaged in that incident. No word on any suspects or arrests yet from police.
Election officials are urging voters who use the drop boxes over the weekend to check the status of their ballot.
When we return, I'll talk about the opportunity I got to talk with residents about the many opportunities that the rec center has to offer. You're watching Northwest News.
Kirsten, what are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing here? Making TikToks? And it's not about what I do. It's about what we do here. So we start with storyboarding the content we want to create for our clients. It could be anyone from small businesses, nonprofits, and organizations both on campus and in the Maryville community. We write, we film, we edit, we create, and then we wait. So if you're someone who thinks you need us, we are KNWT Creative Services.
Creative Services has been lurking in the shadows of student media, giving insight into the hard work behind every mass media student's contribution. We are creating national award-winning commercials promoting KNWT. We animate, navigate, and collaborate to display all of the unseen corners of our media outlets. Our mission is dedicated to showing off KNWT and our great work like never before.
Thank you for sticking with us and welcome back to Northwest News. Last week I spent time with residents who find time in their busy schedules to take advantage of the many opportunities that the Recreation Center here on campus offers. Here at Northwest Missouri State University, students have many options to join different clubs and organizations as well as different intramurals. The Rec Center offers those here on campus.
So I'd probably say I've been involved with intramurals 2 years out of my 3 years on campus. First year was a freshman, did it a lot with the guys on my floor. And then third year, I did a little bit more. I picked back up on it after sophomore year, and I started doing it with some Res Life people. I love how easy it is to sign up for different intramurals. I know it's just easier, like clicking on the app and then clicking into like volleyball co-rec and seeing the different teams there and seeing how many players they have, seeing like if I could join a team. However, I also like how you can build friendships on the field, but then off the field afterwards. So in years prior, Res Life never really had a team. It was just one thing that I don't think a lot of people considered. A lot of people try to keep to themselves after training. I think the incoming people into Res Life had a little extra flair to them. And so I think it was just like our instinct, like all of us are very competitive. And instead of being competitive at like one hall to the next, it's kind of like, how can we all be competitive together for a common goal? And of course, intramurals came out in that. And I think kind of translating to be like an RA, it definitely works with like communication skills out here. Like I'm telling a player, I'm on the left side of the field, communicating that with them. And I think that translates to, being like in the hall, doing situations, things like that.
A lot of students here at Northwest say that joining intramurals and recreational teams has been great for making new friends.
It's been great, getting to meet new people on different teams as well, doing that, being competitive with even my own friends and competing one-on-one with those and helping them along the way is great benefit for me, and then growing that friendship as well. I love to be competitive and go against my friends, even my brother back at home, do all this, whether it's video games, sports. Like, I want to be competitive in any way possible. So doing this in the murals, I love it. Way to get me out there and do as much as I can with the school.
If you're interested in joining intramurals here on Northwest, you just go to the IM League's website or app, scroll to the sport you're looking to play on campus. Once you find the sport and the league you want to join, You click the link, it takes you to teams, schedule, standings, and free agents, so even if you don't have a team, you can still find that group of friends to play sports with, and from then on, it is play ball. For more information, you can find the Rec Center on Instagram. For the stories that matter to you, I'm Wiley Ray, reporting for Northwest News. For more information about intramurals, sign up on IM Leagues or contact the Northwest Student Rec Center.
Up next, we will take a look at Northwest Club soccer team with reporter Kendall Crawford. You're watching Northwest News.
Northwest Tower Yearbook has dedicated over a century to documenting life on campus and in the Maryville community. The award-winning organization has numerous Pacemaker Awards and a spot in the Associated Collegiate Press Hall of Fame. Learn more about Tower at the handles below.
Welcome back, fans, to the best show on KNWT Channel 8, Bearcat Update. I'm your new host, Max Moore, and I don't say that we're the best show because I'm the new host. We have the hardware to prove it.
For decades, Bearcat Update has aimed to be more than just a sports show, but a way to serve and inform the community. Though the technology has changed, we've maintained our persistence to that goal. In Season 75, Bearcat Update is better than ever as we go live every Sunday at 1 p.m.
Welcome back to Northwest News, the place where you can find news and whereabouts on what's happening in the Northwest and Maryville communities. Thank you for sticking with us.
Last week, reporter Kendall Crawford had the opportunity to check out Northwest's club soccer team.
Northwest has many club sports teams on campus, from bowling to baseball, even trap shooting and winter guard. This week, I was able to take a dive into the Northwest club soccer team. I was able to sit down with club president Baha Amalal to talk about his duties as president, what some of his biggest challenges are, and what his favorite club soccer memory is.
My name is Baha Amalal. I'm a junior at Northwest Missouri State, and I am the president of the soccer club. So I mainly deal with the internal affairs, so like booking or reserving the field house for practices, dealing with practices, arranging if we have home games. I arrange the soccer field for that. It is co-rec, so it's for both men and women, and we have about between 50 to 60 active members currently. Usually we have really big practices with a lot of people, so it's kind of a structural problem, but once we get practice going, everything's fine and everything runs smoothly. Our first away game as president, everybody was excited to go. It was a 3.5-hour drive. We all got up early. We were all ready. I personally got up a little bit earlier to get snacks and drinks for the players. We unfortunately did not win our game, but we did have a lot of fun and we got to learn a lot.
I was able to catch up with the club's vice president, Tosin Papula, to hear about his duties as VP, what a season for the club team looks like, how they recruit members, and why people should join the soccer club.
I'm Tosin Papula. I'm a junior. I major in biomedical sciences and psychology, and I'm the vice president of the soccer club. As the VP, apart from in occasions when the president's not around, I'm usually in charge of practices and external contacts, so contacting other schools about our games, contacting our league about fixing our matches, contacting referees, and sometimes handling our finances depending on what we need at the moment in time. Our season is in the fall, so we usually play in a league of about 14 from different states in the Midwest region. So we're talking about Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, of course, Illinois, and sometimes Oklahoma, depending on what we get scheduled against. We have 8 games, 4 home, 4 away. At Oak Fairs, get a soccer ball, kick around with some people. Some people look, they're interested. They come, they sign up, and that's pretty much how we get 90% of all our members. Either the org fair or a campus rec event, or some people just email us interested, and then we bring them in. There's no dues, there's no fees. Just come practice and then you're part of the club. I highly recommend people join the soccer club because it's a way, it's just a group of guys and girls that want to have fun, pretty much. We want to have fun, play the sport we love. And the reason why I recommend is because if you're not doing anything in the evening, form a sense of community with just a group of random people. Come, play games, form a community. It makes you part of something. And being part of something is important, especially in college.
For the stories that matter to you, I'm Kendall Crawford, reporting for Northwest News.
For more information regarding the Northwest Club soccer team, contact Baha Amalal at s556498@nwmissouri.edu or Tosin Papula at s555971@nwmissouri.edu or message their Instagram at nwmsufc.
Well, that's all the time we have for Northwest News. Be sure to go to the description below to rewatch certain sections of our show.
And be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for all the latest news updates. This has been Northwest News. Thank you for watching.